Hey guys, I know it's probably really annoying right now, but I'm getting stir crazy, and as I said, I got a lot to say, and not really anything to do to get in the way of me posting anything. So this is what happens: is uncontrolled posting syndrome, or at least that's what I'm going to call it. Anyways, I was thinking that there's so many people out there. In fact, that have YouTube accounts. What makes people different, and what makes people want to watch them? And I'm thinking, well, people who are on YouTube generally post what they think is cool, or what is theirs, or what they are, and it usually falls into one or the other. Sometimes it falls into both because who people are cool, and they have the ability to post really cool things. And some people, they just post stuff because they can and they like doing it. So it's fun for them. It's really cool as to how the internet lets people do this, because back when we were little, it's not like anyone had that real capability. Bloggers were big people to begin with, because the internet wasn't as accessible, it wasn't as organized for people who didn't know what they were doing. So really, a lot of things were barred off, well, that's what I've noticed. And now the internet seems to be completely free, or I can't say free because people pay money for it, but it's not as restricting as it used to be, and anyone can access it. Anyone can post or do anything they want on it and not have to worry about too many consequences. And I say that because there are a lot of people who are jerks behind the keyboard, but that's a different video. I think I already covered that. And there's a lot of people on the internet now, and there's a lot of interesting people, and there's a lot of not so interesting people. But what makes somebody watchable is, or watchable, followable, readable, likable on the internet, is the originality. And because everyone's different, it's really just who's being themselves. Who's being themselves and who's happy with what they're doing. That's what to me makes something watchable. Go ahead and post your opinion about this. Or comment on your opinion about this, or give me a video response. I'd like to know. Of course, I'll be reiterating what I'm curious about with you guys at the end of the video. So this will come up again, although it's not scripted, so I might forget it. Be sure to remind me if I don't. It's kind of interesting because everybody, this thing is accessible to everybody, and it's in fact very easy to get lost in, because everybody's there, and it's hard to be different or special when you're part of the crowd. But you have to find a way to differentiate yourself, and that is just by being yourself. With an example for me, I know that what I'm doing is not normal, and it probably won't happen again for a while. With this whole I'm spamming the internet with however many videos in one day. But that's who I am, is that when I get going, I don't like to stop. And as I explained in an earlier video, I don't feel it's fair to cut things up into pieces. So posting, but Also, when you have lots to say, you have to organize everything so you can post it in different videos, and it makes sense. So yeah, that's just who I am, and how I like to do things, which I'm okay with. I'm okay with doing that. I'm okay with being with me. I'm okay with that. I know a lot of people who aren't, and they have the right to feel that way. I do not think that it's warranted, because they are really cool people. If they ever happen to see this, they will. I hope they know who I'm talking. I hope they know what I'm talking about. If they don't, that's fine. Either way, I'm comfortable in my skin, and that allows me to do this without feeling regret or insecure. And that's something that I really think makes people on the internet work, is that when they are themselves and they're not lying, or they're hiding, or not when they're not hiding. That I didn't mean when they are. That's a bad thing to say. You shouldn't be hiding when you're on the internet, because, well, you should hide your your personal information, but who you are as a person, if you want to be posting stuff, you need to let that shine through, otherwise you won't have any fun. And I don't think that people are going to want to watch you, because they're going to know, or pay attention to you, because they're going to know you're being fake. Now, that's just important to me, because the point of what I'm doing with the internet is not to get attention drawn to me. It's just to get stuff out there that I feel is important to make my mark on the world, but to do it in such a way that no matter what, it'll be found. That sounds like I want attention, and I guess I do. But with what I'm doing, I really don't want to nag for it. It doesn't prove a point with me. It doesn't prove a point to me. I don't think it proves a point to you. And I would much rather not have the attention than be begging for it, because that just is not a good thing. I wouldn't appreciate it. I don't appreciate it when people are begging for attention from me. It doesn't. So I don't expect anything less or anything more if I were to do the same thing. So yes, with what I want to do is just getting my beliefs and my ideas out there, and focusing the attention on those more so than who I am. I'm just posting this video because I was intrigued at how popular the internet is and how different people become popular, and I think that it works because people are themselves and they're not behind any social structure, because the internet is a free thing. Or a freeing thing. It takes those chains away, and it makes for a really cool experience if you know what you're doing. If you use the internet in the right way. In other words, you don't use it to be a jerk, but you use it to learn about the world around you, whether that be through education or through actually like following people. I can't come up with a better word for it, but like listening to what they have to say, or watching their videos or reading their blogs or just interaction. That's what I'm trying to say, is interacting with people, because there is no social constraints. You don't have to worry about does what I have to say sound weird. So that's fine, and that's just exactly what a lot of us need to feel good about what we think is the place where we can say what we want and not be ridiculed. And the internet's a great place for that, because the people who are most popular on it are also the people who do just that. They do and say what they want, and don't worry about what other people think or what other people are going to say, because the internet is not it's not a big player in your social life. No, it is. It's not. I don't know what to say about this. It isn't something that can truly hurt who you are. It obviously need to be careful with what you do. Don't do things that are wrong on the internet. But you can do a lot of whatever you want and not have to worry about consequences. I hope you guys get what I'm saying. I don't think that. I don't know if I'm explaining it very well, but I don't know how to explain it any other way. Again, I would like to know what your thoughts are. What was the thing I said before about being yourself, or about being who you really are on the internet? Does that work? What are your opinions on that? And then just your opinions about the internet in general, because I'd like to know, what do you guys think? Do you think it's a good thing? Do you think it's a bad thing? Is it something that's fun? Is it something that needs to be watched, or is it something that it needs to be how it is now, or it needs to actually be more free? I mean, I really don't know how that would work, but go ahead and give it an answer. Let's see where conversations go. I will see you guys probably in another video, maybe sometime later, maybe not. Depends on if anything else comes to mind. See ya.